And hi, this is Jane Sibbett, and I am here with my friend Shalani, who I have been wanting to talk to for months and months and months. And Shalani knows this now. I have been hearing knock, 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 knock. I've got to find Shalani. I've got to find her. Where is she? Where is she? And we have a huge mailing list. Our mailing list from our broadside tours was huge. And then it, added when I worked with Moss and Abdi. And so I didn't know how to find you, and I couldn't find you. Somehow, some way, a mutual friend said, hey, guess what? And my heart leapt. I got this text yesterday. And now I've got Shalani here because she and I want to talk about what happened yesterday when she experienced dancing dance. How are you, my friend?
Oh, just to start off, I've had a life-changing experience with the gift that you've given me, that Source has given you, or God, whatever the verbiage is. And I just want to start with, I've been struggling with some physical pain this past year, which evolved into an acute depression, which evolved into a job loss that was very horrific for me in the last several weeks. I chose to take an action and go the medical route because that's what I needed to do. So I'm on medication, and with that struggle and not finding my grasp with my depression through medication after 5 weeks, I reached out to Jane right yesterday and threw a Hail Mary, and he responded immediately, and it was that love connection that we've always had for years and years, and it was like a divine intervention of love and truth. And so my problem was being in denial of my depression. So I was willing to face that, but then the next step was, okay, I'm facing that, I'm doing the medical route, blah, blah, blah. But what's really happening? I'm still coma girl, and I'm someone that's very expressive, outgoing, and enthusiastic, and I was just like coma queen, and I needed to get out of this darkness that has been an illusion of my reality. And within minutes of our beautiful phone call, October 4th, 2016, rolling into October 5th, 2016, I'll just say in the beginning, girls are girls, and they chat, and we might have been doing that. And she was working the entire time, and we were chitter-chattering back and forth. And let me mention, I'm sorry, prior to her reaching out to having our phone session last night, I had gotten online and looked up one of her videos, the one that was at Laguna, and it was so magical. And I didn't get through the whole thing, but as I was sitting there and really seeing the beauty of Jane and the beauty of the ocean and the beauty of everything, I had all these old thoughts and guilt and drama and trauma and saga flying through my brain, and I thought, where the heck did that come from? Because it was random stuff when I was a teenager, being mean to my mom and my dad, and I'm an evil kid, and then mistakes I've made in my life, just like that I've peeled the 5,000 billion onions that there are, but I still felt these pieces of guilt and disharmony. And I felt these eradicating prior to our connection on our session. And so I just was like, it was all just divine perfection, and the releasing of these old thoughts and paradigms that are no longer a part of who I am or ever really have been, but we're humans. And so by releasing those prior to our call and then moving forward a little bit, so we were just chitter-chattering and her hands were flying. I was the happiest I've been in 1,000 days, and her hands were going, and I started laughing in my gut. And people that know me know that when I get on a laughing thing, my face turns red. I start snorting and coughing. I can't breathe. My gut hurts. I mean, they'll watch, they'll go, wait, my friends will say, wait for it, she's coming, just wait. And then I go into this whole spasmodic laughter snort sensation that lasts for 5 or 10 minutes. And Jane's hands put me in this last night. I fell over on my bed. I just couldn't breathe, and my stomach still hurts today. And what I felt was the joy that I was laughing on a soul level like I hadn't laughed in months and months and months, and maybe even a couple years, truthfully. And I just Oh gosh, it was so magical. And we just kept chitter chattering and chitter chattering. And then I'll do what I'll say. We got down to business. And me being a type of being that whose brain runs about 5,000 miles an hour. And I've done healing modality work for over 25 plus years. You name it, I've done it. It's all phenomenal. I love it. I have loved it. I've done everything. And it's divine and magical. And yet, this for me, with all my years and all my spiritual groups and retreats, and the lists go on and on and on, as all of you know in your spiritual modalities, I found something that I've never found before in my life that has changed my life in minutes. It's so emotional for me because the feeling of unconditional love and support is like nothing else that there is on this planet. And as Jane, it's hard for me to pay attention, even in sacred circle. It's very hard. I'm like a 2-year-old. And she was working her hands and doing the modalities, not the modalities.
I call them the dancing mudras.
The mudras, excuse me.
Like this?
Yes, the mudras. I didn't mean to say modalities. Anyhow, she was doing the mudras, and I became in a tranced state where I was focused. I was consciously aware and consciously focused on what her hands were doing. I could see the energy. I could feel the energy, the Pythagorean numbers, the other numbers that I can't think of for just a moment, sacred geometry. I was feeling these things and seeing these things. And in this stillness, I did not blink for 10 minutes, which I have my fan. I'm in the South where it's 500 degrees. And I had my fan going, and I even glanced away, and I still didn't break that concentration. And for me, having a busy 2-year-old mind, it was a miracle. But on the flip side of that, prior to the mudra experience, which was a little bit more towards the session, or the second half, if you will, she did something with her hands and she pulled the darkness out of my heart, this depression darkness that had been sitting there for months and maybe longer, truthfully, more than a year, truthfully. And I felt this come out of my 4th chakra, and my heart center was like I could just feel it just pulling and sucking right out of my body. And I just felt this light. And I think actually that's when I had my laughing spell, because it was so divine. And then to be able to be it for the first time in my life in a sacred, energetic healing / blah, 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 whatever the verbiage is you want to use, to be consciously focused and taking it in. There is no right way or wrong way of doing our energy healing. There just isn't. But me being the little Virgo freak, I and it was so beautiful to just be in the stillness of the moment, clarity in my mind, in my brain, in my soul, in my heart, being so real, feeling so real. And towards the end, she did something with her hands, and I thought, oh my gosh, Mother Mary, Mother Teresa, I got something like the Holy Mother was there, and there was a message, which I don't exactly remember, but it was really groovy. And basically, I've been in a coma, if you will, paralyzed with depression. And those of you that have it know it's very difficult to speak about. And we must speak our truth, even if it's our illusion. Because when we become real with ourselves, we can reach out to our goddess Jane and to our support systems, and to have these divine healings that God and Source and the universe have given her and given to us because of the love on this planet and in our humanity. We are all to receive this loving gift from the angels, or whatever your verbiage is. And I was able to get my resume done today in 10 minutes, and it's taken me 6 weeks to write 100 words, and I'm a power typer. So when I say that I've been in a coma, I mean from the perspective that not moving, barely getting out of bed, doing the basic minimal function, feed yourself, go tinkle, take a shower, have a great day, which entitles laying in bed in a coma under the sheet. So I'm just saying is that less than 24 hours ago, this was the state that I've been in for for about 6 weeks to this level of darkness. And within 2 hours, I was like, woohoo! And through me has resumed, and not from a perspective of being hyper and manic and spazzing out, but from a perspective of taking in that God, universal source, soul level love energy into my heart and into the cells of my existence, and giving me that breath of life and renewal. Today I got things done, mundane tasks done. Cleaning the bathroom must be done. But I got it done, and I was happy about it. I got laundry done, but most importantly, and I'll keep saying it, I got my resume done. So it's like I will have a job pretty quick. But the other piece is within this experience, I was able to accept and acknowledge who my true self is and what my gifts are, and not deny the beauty of my soul. I've been so in fear of being an ego or being arrogant, and the bottom line is I'm a divine loving enthusiasm, here to be in service to humanity, to share my joy, love, and laughter. That's my gift. Why would I deny that? But sometimes we walk down the special path of whoops. And you know, Ray Charles can see this from space. He can see it. And I mean, Jane's gift is nothing short of a miracle for me. And I say this in the truest place in my soul and my heart. If you would have heard me or seen me 24 hours ago, you would have said, oh, you need a little makeup and hair on, lady.
You're beautiful.
Energy that, I mean, I talked to my mom earlier. I thought she was going to faint. She was so happy that her baby girl was, you know, feeling the joy. I spoke to my aunt and she was so excited. And I talked to a couple of my girlfriends and texted several of my girlfriends, and I haven't gotten to talk to them all yet, but they all were like, we love you. And it was just this beautiful, loving support of my people that know the struggle, and they saw the flip because they knew yesterday was coma day. And today I am back to who I am. And I will still continue taking my medication because that's what I'm supposed to do at this time. But I also know that as I continue on this journey and evolve and grow, things are shifting and changing at a rapid rate. And whatever the next thing is, I will honor my soul and my spirit and my physicality for whatever its needs require. Jane, I love you more than the entire universe and galaxy put together. Like I said, if I was, you know, a switch hitter, I just would marry you because I love for you. I love you.
Oh, darling, I love you too.
I just love you, and I love our planet. I love what you're doing for humanity, because all of us are brothers and sisters, and we need to love one another. And you know, you said yesterday, and I so resonate with this, you said if everyone could do this and feel that love, there would be no war in the world. And what I've been saying since I was a small child, if everyone would hold hands on the planet at the same time and say love, it would be that same answer. It would eradicate all of the darkness, which I will not repeat from our media because I don't want to feed that. Everyone knows what it is, and we got a whole lot of things happening. But I'm just saying is that your gift has changed my life dramatically within less than 24 hours. I have a clear path on my future. I know that I will be employed with a job making more money than I could ever imagine. I will start on my path and my journey of honoring the divinity of my soul and what my true path is, and make my job and take care of business and save the planet.
And hopefully I will see you out there on the trail too, because Shalani, you know, you're a rock star goddess, as you introduced yourself to me a long time ago. And I don't know what's on that resume. I hopefully the first thing that's up there is rock star goddess, because you truly, truly are. And anyone who's ever seen you at any of our events has known that your poetry of heart, your spirit is so magnificent. And when I saw you yesterday, and you may have heard this in the videos, when I look through these goggles, these God goggles that are given to me when my hands dance, all I see is your perfection. So I didn't see that depression. Yeah, you didn't have your makeup on, but you were as beautiful as ever. Just this bright, shining light. And I just can't wait to see what's next. And I am glad that you're in the South for now, because I'm looking forward to seeing you in Florida. That would be November, right? In early November. So I'm going to meet you in Florida, but I know you're a West Coast girl, so maybe we'll see you back on the West Coast too.
Oh yes, and I've already talked to my West Coast people, so
Yeah.
I will. Yes, and I just, I just the things that you gave me, and even the other things we talked about are about possible future things,
Mm-hmm.
and it's given me a hope and an objective, to a goal to reach out towards, which gives me inspiration and desire and motivation.
Yeah.
To set a tangible physical goal of what I want to do that honors myself, honors you, honors humanity. And I am so excited because I didn't have that piece, and I've been looking for it for about 5,000 years. So I'm just so, I'm beyond grateful. I'll never be able to repay the gratitude except paying it forward. And I have so much love, and I'm so impressed, and I'm so proud of you for
calling you with my hands.
Yes, no, I gotta call you back because I'm on a video.
That's vintage Shalani.
West Coast. Oh, I was like, crap, I tried to stick it on the phone thing too. Anyhow, I'm in amazement of how my life has changed in 24 hours, and it's not an illusion. It's a real thing. I did my resume, and that is proof. If nothing else happened all day, even if I didn't put on my hair and makeup, I got my resume done, and so that's a big deal.
It's a big deal. And now the next layer is then manifesting the perfect scenario that you're doing what you love to do in your sweet spot, and just only the best and the highest good for you. Truly, this is the time, and it is the time for you to rise and be joyful and dance like the rock star goddess that you are. Truly, truly, truly. I am so loving you and thanking you for just chatting with me here and letting people know about this. Thank you. Anything else you want to say?
I think that, if anybody has any apprehension or tries to put a label or well, I didn't get this or I didn't get that or blah, 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 because I know all the games, because I'm a professional game player when it comes to, I'm not doing it right. Oh my gosh, help. I used the purple marble instead of the pink marble. The bottom line is trust in yourself. Trust in the gift that Jane has given, because it's already preordained for the energetic and the frequency and the cellular level of your own specific being. Every one of these sessions is custom made. I've got a peg leg and it's custom made, only I can fit it.
Right.
And her gift is that same thing. So there can never be anything wrong, whatever you do or don't take away from it. And I learned that, and I got the most that I've ever gotten in my life.
It was so simple, right?
We're
just having the conversation, and it's just like this. So I kept my hands. It's hard for me my hands want to dance, they want to play, and we're just having a conversation, and that's how it goes with these.
Yes. And then finally, I actually shut it up for 5 minutes or 20 minutes.
I think it was 10 minutes that they did the mudras, which is, and I told you last night, and I want people to know that that's very unusual. When the dancing mudras go this, they're like this, and there's what I say, we're speed reading there. When they go that quickly and for that long, it's very unusual. So it's definitely a special session, and thank you.
Jane, I'll never be able to convey my gratitude and love to you enough. I really won't.
You already have. I'm
from the dark to the light in less than 2 hours. Woo! Seriously, everyone on the planet, it's the truth. I'm not a liar, pants on fire. When you have dealt with depression and you know the darkness of that, and I mean really understand it, I am speaking the truth. and I've got the shivers now in my little head brain. And I just always do what you need to do to maintain your health, whatever that is. But just know that this is something that's real. And I'm a professional knower of this stuff because this isn't my first walk down dark alley. And it's hard to speak about. And I want everyone to know that it's okay and that you're divinely loved in every aspect of your emotional interestingness. The darkness, the light, the sorrow, the rage, whatever it is, you are loved. Jane's gift is love, and it is fine-tuned to your soul. Thank you, everyone. So much love.
Thank you, thank you. And well, I'm gonna just let everyone know if they were just seeing this, you can go to janesdancinghands.com and find out where we can connect, and that we'll also be seeing Shalani at least on the East Coast, and hopefully we can lure her out to the West Coast.
Oh yeah.
And more. So lots of love and light. Blessings. Mm-hmm. And then they do this, right?
Oh yes. Namaste.
Namaste. With a little heart over your heart to keep open and connected to yourself. Yes. Yeah, just like that. Love you. Thank you so much, Shalani. Thank you.